some record numbers that came out for March export orders coming out from Taiwan. But the question is the lockdown that we're seeing in China now as they're trying to control the COVID and their dynamic zero. How is this going to be impacting Taiwan's companies and their manufacturing and these orders going forward?
Sure. Indeed, Taiwan has posted quite encouraging signs of the export orders in the first quarter. And the question is what will happen next. So I think there are indeed two direct impacts on Taiwan. First is that for the economy, the impact may not be too huge, simply because most of the export orders from Taiwan actually comes from the US, Europe, and also increasingly ASEAN as well. So basically, firms will try to source different production from domestically and also from around the region. However, for firms and corporate revenue, it could be another story because, as you have mentioned, a large part of the production, especially in the ICT sectors, are based in China. And therefore, if we continue to see this lockdown, especially around the Shanghai region and also the Yangtze River Delta, which is the region around Shanghai, there will be an impact for a lot of Taiwanese manufacturers because it is indeed quite an important base for, if you think about electric vehicles, automobiles, semiconductors, and also electronics. So I think in the next few months, it's quite likely that we will see some deceleration in the export orders, not only because of a relatively high base effect, but also because of the supply chain disruption that we start to see basically in China. And it really depends on, or actually it's just a matter of time on whether the firms will actually run out of the inventories. And that if the lockdown actually drags too long, there will definitely be an impact on a lot of Taiwanese production, basically in the supply chain.
The U.S. is the biggest source of export orders for Taiwan. And just this week, we had a meeting between USTR Catherine Tai and that of John Deng. This is the official without any formal portfolio, but he is in charge of trade. He wants a free trade agreement with that of the United States. They were talking about bilateral trade. Do you expect any progress on this front in terms of further development between Taiwan and U.S. on trade?
In terms of the relationship between the US and Taiwan, I think the only direction is that it will indeed get closer. And for Taiwan, I think most of the production that actually export to the US are already covered by the WTO agreement already. So a lot of products are actually tax-free. So it really, I think the key is really on whether the investment side can actually get closer in terms of a lot of mutual investment from the U.S. into Taiwan. As we have seen before, there's a lot of inflows into the electronic sector and also increasingly in semiconductor as well, and also the other way around. So on trade, definitely, if there is any more relaxation on tariff, it will be positive. And on the other hand, I think investment is also key to watch. So increasingly, even though we don't see a very materialize like an agreement at this juncture, I think it will come eventually, and we just need to be watch out for that.